welcome back to my channel. This is Laura. Today I'm going to share with you what is going to be the last video of this year. I want to thank you all very much for supporting my channel and always giving the videos thumbs up and sharing them with family and friends. I mostly appreciate you leaving comments. That really lets me know what you're thinking and what you want to see here on my channel. And with that being said, I want to share with you today a recipe. It is called Cowboy candy. And what it is basically is just a sweetened jalapeno spread or a topping for hamburgers, for hot dogs. Here we eat it with a block of cream cheese, a softened block of cream cheese. We just pour it on top, and I have crackers and chips and just different types of textures to have with this little appetizer. I'm sure that you're going to enjoy it. It's been around for a while. A lot of people have actually done a video on Cowboy candy. I'm just going to give you my version of it. So I hope that you enjoy the video. Again, thank you so much for supporting my channel this last year. I hope to continue making videos for y'all on a weekly basis. So please stay tuned for all that. And again, thumbs up, comments really helps out the channel. Okay guys, have a happy and safe new year. And here we go with the video. Okay everybody, we are going to start this recipe off. We need this large stock pot here. We are going to add our sugar, our apple cider vinegar, our turmeric, and our celery seeds. And then I'm going to add the garlic. You can use granulated garlic, most people do. I didn't have any on hand, so we're just going to go with the fresh garlic. We are also going to add our chili powder. You can leave the chili powder out. That's your choice. That does not make it spicy. That just gives it a little bit more robust flavor. Okay, we are going to bring this to a boil, and we're going to let it simmer. After it comes to the boil, for about 5 minutes. We want it to get to a syrup-like consistency. Okay, so while we're waiting for this to come to the boil, we are gonna prep and slice our peppers. Alrighty, we're back at our peppers. Here I have about 2.5 pounds of jalapeno peppers, and these are pretty big, and this is kind of what you want. I have a bowl that I started here, and we are going to slice these on the mandolin. If you don't have a mandolin, you can do this by hand. Now what I like to show you is you can seed these jalapenos if you want to. If you seed them, when you slice them, they're gonna look like this. If you don't seed them, they will look like that. Okay, so that is totally up to you. I like to seed mine for the most part because they do have large amount of seeds in them. So I'm gonna show you what I do to seed them. Now I would recommend you wear gloves. I cut off the tail, and with my apple core, I have this one here by Le Creuset that I like it so much because it's very sharp. The apple core all the way, turn it, pull it out. Let me get this, see how the many seeds already? And then I just get my knife and run it through there one last time, and it comes right out. And I'm not gonna, you know, if there's some still in there, you see the core of the jalapeno. If I leave some seeds in there, that's okay, as long as it's not so many. I'm not fond of that. I like the way it looks clean in the jars. Or you can just go in with the knife. Just be careful not to cut yourself. And then keep an eye on your syrup. I turned it down so that it wouldn't start to boil real fast, so that I could show you this step here. And if you break them, that's okay. They don't have to be whole. They look prettier when they're whole, but if you break one or two, that's okay. Okay, I'm just going to keep going with this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start slicing these so we can get it ready for the syrup. While the syrup is boiling, just be careful if you're going to use a mandolin, because this blade is very, very sharp. So when you get to the end, try not to go to the very last one, because you'll end up cutting yourself. You can do this with a knife very easily. I have a towel under my bowl so that my bowl does not move. Okay, I'm going to keep going with this and then I'll be back when it's time to pour them in the pot. Alrighty, we are back at the stove. Now that this is at a rolling boil, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. We're going to throw in all our jalapenos. Just be careful, don't let this splash you in the eye or anything. You're not going to have a good day. Okay, then we do this other one. It should fit. Once it shrinks down a little bit, it should be fine. And now we're just going to toss until everything is covered. All the jalapenos are covered. We're going to bring this back up to the boil. Okay, now that this is back up to a rolling boil, you see how the jalapeno shrunk down, so you don't need to add anything to it. It's just a matter of them cooking down a little bit. We are going to turn this down and we're going to let it simmer from about 5 to 7 minutes. Just let it simmer. That's going to be it for this, and then we're going to jar it up. See how it's already changed colors? It looks so pretty, I think. I think it just looks aesthetically more pleasing to the eye when it is not loaded with a bunch of seeds. I mean, but that's my opinion. Some people like to eat the seeds, and that's all fine. It's all, you know, you do what you like. It's your kitchen. Okay, I'm going to let this simmer for 5 minutes, and we will be back. Now that this has stopped boiling for a moment, I am going to take a slotted spoon. We're going to take the jalapenos out into a bowl, and then we are going to continue to reduce the syrup for about 8 to 10 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to put the jalapenos into our jars wherever you're going to place them. Okay, now we're going to turn this back on and we're going to let it simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then we will be back. Alrighty, we are back. I have the syrup here, which is still very, very hot. I just took it off the stove. I have my jalapenos right here, ready to go into the jars. Now the jars, you pick whatever size you want. I use the mason ball jars, and I have several kinds. And you need to make sure that these are very, very clean, because they're going to stay in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks before you can enjoy this Cowboy candy. You can use it sooner, but it's best to wait. The longer you wait, the better it's going to taste. So I'm going to give these a good wash with some hot soapy water and wait till this cools down, and then we'll be back to pack these up. Okay, we are back. I'm going to start filling the jars. You put them in the size that you want to use, or if you're going to give these away as gifts. And you really don't want these any higher than that, because we're still going to add some syrup, okay? And you need to leave at least 1/4 of an inch on top for the syrup. And then we need to clean the lids real well, the rim of the jar before we close it. So just like that. Okay, and that's going to be it on this one, but that's good. Okay, let's get the syrup. Alright, now to add the syrup, I just take a little ladle. And then I get a little wet paper towel and I clean along the edge of the jar and the rim, making sure it's real clean before you put the lid on. Then you close it up with your lid. And that's it. Place it in the refrigerator. Let's get the last one filled up. And there you go. We're going to pop them in the fridge for a couple of weeks, and then they're ready to go. Okay, everybody, that concludes the video for today. This is what my Cowboy candy looks like and how I present it on my table or snack table, appetizer, or my food table. It's real simple. All I did was put a block of softened cheese, and I add some chips, some cranberry crackers, and some Ritz crackers, and that's it. You do whatever textures your family likes, and I'm sure they're going to enjoy it. And it's not that super spicy because, of course, I did remove most of the seeds. But like I said in the video, if you want to leave them to make it hotter, on the hotter end of things, most definitely do that. Use your own techniques. Just go by what I show you and take what you like and leave what you don't. Like I showed you in the video, you can also put them in jars like this. I like to keep them in small jars like this size, so I can use them and, you know, just keep one open and use one if it lasts that long. It doesn't normally last very long. Or you can use them in larger jars like this. It's up to you. This is a great thing to share with friends. You have to take something to a party, get a big jar like this, wrap some jute twine around it, put a bow with a box of crackers, and believe me, they're gonna love it. And that's gonna be it today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, have a happy and safe new year. Thank you so much for your continued support on my channel. I will see you soon. Bye.